Hello, good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to present deconstructing the female identity, Derrida, Butler, and feminist theory. So, these are my personal information, table of contents, and my research question: how does Derridian deconstruction critique of fixed meaning and binary oppositions lead to relativism, impacting the political stability, ethical frameworks, and a feminist understanding of gender identity? Additionally, how have a feminist scholars, particularly Judith Butler, engaged with and diverged from Derrida's approach in analyzing power structures, kinship, and political activism? Hypothesis: Derridian deconstruction, while providing valuable tools for critiquing hierarchical structures and exposing hidden biases in language and literature, risks leading to a form of a radical relativism that undermines stable political and ethical systems. Furthermore, while deconstruction has been useful in feminist critique of binary oppositions, it complicates the notion of a stable category of a woman, posing challenges for feminist activism. And the self-referential paradox in Derrida's theory also raises fundamental questions about the viability of deconstruction as a consistent intellectual framework. Next. Introduction. So, Derrida's deconstruction theory is rooted in post structuralism. Deconstruction challenges the stability of a meaning in language. Meaning is never fixed but always differed. Next, criticism, accused of relativism and self contradictions, undermines foundational political concept like justice, democracy, human rights, leads to intellectual paralysis rather than actionable solutions. So, next, feminist engagement, how it's connected with. Empowers feminist reading by exposing patriarchal structures, challenges stable gender identities, raising concerns for feminist activism. Border implications, its significant impact on a political and literary discourse, engenders debates on meaning, identity, and action in critical theory. So next, first, what is a deconstruction? Deconstruction is a philosophical method developed by Jacques Derrida that critiques a fixed meaning in a binary oppositions like male and female, mind and body. It argues that meaning is never stable. It is always in a state of a differential. It means a difference. It exposes how language contracts identity rather than reflecting reality. Next, what is a feminism? So, a movement focused on achieving gender equality and improving the position of women in society. So, traditionally, feminism has assumed a stable category of a woman, but deconstruction challenges this assumption. So, next, Derrida's contribution, deconstruction, and gender identity. So here binary oppositions like men, women, presence, absence, rational, emotion. Here men is connected with rationality, and also women connected with emotions, and marginalization. So Derrida's deconstruction here, these binaries are not unnatural but socially constructed. The dominant term like a man, presence, rationality is always privileged over woman, absence, and emotion. So, what this mean for a gender? If gender is structured by oppositional logic, then woman is defined only in contrast to man. If identity is unstable, then feminism cannot rely on the concept of universal woman. So, next, intersection of deconstruction and feminist criticism. So, deconstruction as a tool for challenging dominant interpretations. Deconstruction as a introduced by Jacques Derrida questions the stability of language and meaning. So here we can see that there is a no fixed meaning of one word. So it reveals internal contradictions within the text, showing that meaning is not fixed but rather fluid and dependent on context. So, feminist critics utilize deconstructive methods to challenge patriarchal reading of literature by exposing hidden biases. The question: how traditional interpretations reinforce gender hierarchies. So it emphasizes that deconstruction helps feminists to dismantle literary forms that have a historically marginalized woman's voice. Next, feminist critics question traditional literary hierarchies. So here, feminist criticism aims to critique the way in which literature has been shaped by male-dominated perspective. Here, we can take one example from Pride and Prejudice. That might have a, reveal language subtly reinforces male superiority. So using deconstruction, feminists interrogate the binary oppositions like male female reason emotion that uphold patriarchal structure in literary analysis. This highlights how feminist scholars interpret canonical texts, uncovering alternative narratives that were previously overlooked, suppressed. So both approaches destabilize fixed meaning and encourage interpretations. And so both deconstruction and feminist criticism resist existentialist notion of meaning. They argues that meaning is always in a flux and must be reconsidered in different contexts. So next, criticism of Derridian deconstruction. So first, relativism. So one of the main criticism of deconstruction is that it leads to relativism, which means there is no fixed truth or a fixed meaning. So Derrida argued that meaning is never stable. Words don't have a single absolute meaning because they're developed on context and interpretations. So, if meaning is always changing, then important political ideas like justice, democracy, and human rights become unstable. So, for example, if the meaning of justice keeps shifting, how can we create laws that apply to everyone for fairly? So, for example, imagine a legal system where the definition of a murder is constantly debated and changed. If people can't agree on what murder means, so how can court convict someone? So this is relativism. And next, political inaction. So another criticism is that deconstruction is only good for critiquing ideas but doesn't provide solutions. And so Derrida's method of deconstruction focuses on questioning ideas, breaking them apart, and showing contradictions. However, critics argue that he never offers a clear solution to these problems. So here we can take one example, that if a government wants to solve poverty, but deconstruction keep questioning what poverty means, they may never agree on a definition, so they never take action to fix it. While it is useful to challenge old ideas, there must be a way to move forward. So otherwise, deconstruction leads to endless debate with no real change. So next, self contradiction. So Derrida argues that all meaning is unstable. But if all meaning is unstable, doesn't that also apply to his own theory? So Derrida's theory is based on the idea that language cannot fully express meaning. However, he uses language to explain this idea, which means says in unreliable. So and we can take one example, that a person says, I never tell the truth. They If they are telling the truth, then their statement must be a lie. So if they are lying, then their statement must be a truth. Deconstruction undermines itself because it cannot escape the problem it points out. So next, Butler's relationship with Derrida's work. Here we can say that in Subject of Desire, Butler significantly engaged with Derrida's deconstructive approach, incorporating his concept into his analysis. Sorry, here is the mistake. So uh, and then intellectual divergence. So here Butler may have developed her own theoretical framework moving beyond Derrida's influence. Here Antigone's claim his work, Butler moved away from Derrida. Next, different emphasis. While both explored kinship, norms, and symbolic order, Butler approaches these topics with distinct questions. And engagement with other theorists. Butler learned more on psychoanalytic theory like a Lacan, and direct classical Greek analysis in Antigone's claim. So this is the main point from Butler, that he influenced by Derrida. So next, conclusion. Derridian deconstruction is a powerful and continuous intellectual movement that has reshaped literary theory, philosophy, and feminist criticism by challenging fixed meaning and binary oppositions. The charge of relativism remains significant, as rejecting stable meaning risk undermining laws, rights, and justice systems. In feminism, deconstruction has critiqued patriarchal discourse, but also destabilized gender categories, complicating feminist activism. Also, Judith Butler, initially influenced by Derrida, later moved toward a distinct framework, integrity, psychoanalytic analysis, and performativity. And while deconstruction is a valuable critical tools, its lack of concrete alternatives limits its applicability in political and context. So these are my references, and so thank you so much.